In February, Midland Mayor Maureen Donker addressed more than 300 area business leaders at the Midland Area Chamber of Commerce annual State of the City address. Mayor Donker began her remarks talking about the responsibilities our community has when we stand on the shoulders of giants.
I thought about some of the visionaries who really helped shape our city, who built it. You know, names like Starks, Gerstacker, Strostacker, Rich, Barstow, Curry. You know, those were the visionaries who shaped our city. They were the leaders who came before us. They came to Midland because they saw opportunity here. And they put heart and soul into making Midland not just a great place to make a living, but a place to make a life. And so as I thought more about that, I thought, you know, those are the ones who really taught us about what it means to lead and what it means to leave a legacy. And those are the shoulders we stand on. You know, they saw opportunity, they created, they built, they gave back. And our predecessors created, you know, an exceptional city for us, and I think it's our responsibility to continue that.
But maintaining an exceptional city is not always an easy task. In her speech, Mayor Donker outlined just some of the challenges facing our Midland community.
You know, if you think about staffing, in the last 3 years, our civilian general fund budget staff have been cut by more than 18%. For the 5th year in a row, we're starting the year with a shortfall. If you think about what's going on in Lansing with personal property tax, and you know, there's discussion about eliminating part or all of that, and that would have a huge impact on the services we provide. Or if you just think about crime, you know, Midland, for a community our size, our crime is relatively low. But we are not exempt from the ills that face, you know, other communities. Crime is changing. The kinds of drugs being used are changing. There's synthetic drugs, prescription drugs, there's heroin. And frankly, the bad guys are just getting more aggressive, and we need to be more aggressive too.
Mayor Donker addressed the importance of communications and the city's development of a new website feature called a dashboard, a one-stop shop of information on how the city is working for you. But it's the feedback from our citizens, she said, that truly communicates how we are doing.
Last August, the city did a survey, and 968 citizens participated in the National Citizen Survey. And that gave us a fresh view on people's concerns and expectations. And here's some of the things that they told us. They said 90% feel that the quality of life in Midland ranges from good to excellent, and they plan to stay here at least the next 5 years. They also agree with the direction in which the city is going, and they are satisfied in the value of services delivered in exchange for the taxes that they pay. They also said when compared to other communities similar in size that they show a high level of trust in our local government and our employees. That's very positive. That says very positive things about us as a community, I think.
Quality of life extends beyond what the residents of Midland enjoy to the businesses who also benefit from the success of our community. Mayor Donker shared a few examples of very tangible business efforts our community has seen.
We are very fortunate here in Midland, and when you think about it, it's, you know, the nonprofits, it's the small business, it's the larger businesses that all make everything work for us. So let me, just a few things, and this certainly isn't an all-inclusive list, but if you think about it, last December, the hospital completed their $115 million expansion, and they opened their beautiful new facility, which is wonderful. At Northwood University, they're almost completed with their academic and indoor practice center, and they plan on dedicating that this spring. Dow Kokum has already hired almost 100 employees, and they hope to begin production by the second quarter of this year. The tennis center last August put in new outdoor courts, and they finished that, and this last week had a wonderful, you know, tennis tournament out there. So there's lots of wonderful things that are really happening here in our community.
So where does that leave Midland going into 2012?
We all know that the cavalry ain't coming. And that is a phrase that I like to use, but it's true. They are not. And our success depends on us. We know that we always need to work at being better. We know that we're better when we're working together. And I think we need to remember that good things do happen here in Midland. And I think if we think about what we want future generations to say about us, I think we'd all be proud if they would say they saw opportunity, they created, they built, they gave back.
In her State of the City remarks, Mayor Donker invited all of Midland to take part in the upcoming budget review process. Watch MGTV 96 and the city's website for further information on the city manager's proposed budget being presented in April and the council deliberations which follow.